Wondered how your signature pairs with your success? The way you put your name on every document in your life has an impact upon you and the changes it brings to you. Every time you put your signature, every time you write your name on a document, it should reflect nothing but your success. Your signature is your personal branding and it is similar to the company logo. It should reflect success. And in this episode, I'm going to share the tips on how you can make sure your signature is in alignment with your lucky numbers. And also, every time you put your name, whether it's your first name, your last name, or first name and last name together, or you are just putting your initials, it speaks your success and brings fortune to you. It should create magic every time. And signature, literally, it is just putting your name. But in numerology, it is something that you create your legacy, leave your trail behind. It could be your business, it could be your company, it could be your passion. Hello everyone, welcome to Invincible Passion Talk Show. This is your host Jaya MK, and today I am going to share my insights and tips on how you can create success for yourself. Every time you write your name, every time you spell your name, the very first thing you should make sure is that if that name is in alignment with your lucky numbers. Knowing that your signature is in alignment with your lucky numbers, next comes how you can make sure that when you put your name and write your signature, it brings you joy, it brings you happiness, it brings you smooth sailing in life. There are few basic rules which you need to follow. I'm going to share the rules with you. As I said, signature literally could be just putting your name. And before I share the rules, I would like to share this inspiring story of the entrepreneur. And in terms of signature, this is his legacy. I believe every entrepreneur is a dreamer, a creator who dreams to make things happen. But in order to make that dream come true, that entrepreneur needs a team, which I call a dream team. And every entrepreneur needs that dream team to help build that dream. And to find those builders, to find that team, it takes courage. And that is what that entrepreneur is always on the lookout. And when they meet that team, they seize that opportunity. What is the credential that entrepreneur looks out in that dream team? To me, I believe these basic and the most important credentials, which are not tied to any Ivy League college or any educational background, but these are the inherent core skills that every entrepreneur seeks out. And I believe it is the fire in the belly. If the passionate companion, which I call the dream professional team, they see someone who shares the same passion, the fire in the belly, the passion in the heart, and the vision in the eyes, and the most important, the drive in the mind. In a family, a person looks out for integrity and the respect and the mutual trust, and it thrives. And in professional, I call the professional marriage, you need a dream team who is always out there looking out for you. It is like your shadow. And when an entrepreneur meets that dream team member, magic happens. This story I'm going to share about this young man who had humble beginnings in life, worked very hard, and was born on February 24th, 1976 in Vastu, Ukraine. His father was a construction worker and mother was a homemaker. But faced with many hardships in life, he early on learned perseverance, the strength of his character. And when he was 16 years old, he moved to Mountain View, California in 1992. He moved to US with his mother and grandmother, and their life wasn't easy either. He had to take a couple jobs to make the life a smooth sailing. He went through various challenges, but none of the challenges pushed his passion away. The inherent skills, in fact, it was the hardship that brought to him his passion for computer programming. And he soon realized how it was easy for him to pick that unique skill. And that is what I call the blessing wrapped in hardships. It was during his high school he got interested in computer programming, realized that he has an inherent knack for it. Even though after moving to US, he took couple jobs and also worked as a janitor in the grocery store. His mom also tried to work hard and make sure things are taken care of. But the hardships taught him to work hard, not to give up. And by the age of 18, he finished his schooling, and by then he was a self-taught computer network engineer. He had taught himself from used books, and at the same time also helped the family by taking up part-time jobs, also going to the regular schooling. Family setbacks were harsh on him. He also lost his father. Later, even after losing his mother, he kept his willpower strong. He did not let go the hardships that he faced in his life and the blessing that it brought to him by way of computer programming. Although he enrolled in San Jose State University later, he also simultaneously worked at E&Y as a security tester to help him out pay his living expenses. In 1997, this young man was hired by Yahoo as an infrastructure engineer. And this is what I call the magic moment. This is where he met his future co-founder and friend. After working together for 9 years at Yahoo, both him and his friend took time off and also applied to work at Facebook. It didn't quite work out. But it was in January 2009 when he bought an iPhone and realized that this newborn app store had huge potential. That time he met his other friend, Alex Fishman, and talked about an idea. And this young man I'm talking, the inspiring story is the WhatsApp's co-founder, Han Koum, and his friend Brian Acton. These co-founders, as I said, every entrepreneur looks out for the dream team that helps them make the dream come true. And it is the team of builders. They work together to bring the WhatsApp out. And WhatsApp was founded on February 24th, 2009. They founded it in California. They incorporated it. Soon WhatsApp became very popular. And it was contacted by Facebook and later was bought by Facebook. I call the turn of the destiny. How times changed. Earlier they applied to work at Facebook and they couldn't make it, and later Facebook bought them. If hardships, I call it the fuel, the passion, the energy to build your empire, then it very rightly worked out here. The experiences of his life were harsh upon him, but he did not let the experiences go waste. He used those experiences to cultivate a rich life and used it as hidden gems. And in fact, these are the keys to his success. I call the success mantra. My favorite quote from Jaya Koum is, there were a lot of negatives, of course, but there were positives. To living a life unfettered by possessions, it gave us the chance to focus on education, which was very important in the Soviet Union. How powerful the message by this inspiring entrepreneur. And more so, he goes on saying, quote, Jaya Koum here, experiences from our youth shape what we do later in life. And experiences of his childhood, the struggle early on his life, brought to him his strength, his inherent knack for programming. But life did not deliver him his message, his direction early on and easily. But it brought him his blessing of computer programming. It brought him his friendship with Brian Acton, and later they co-founded WhatsApp. And WhatsApp helped millions around the globe to connect. And this is the signature of these co-founders. And when I talk about signatures, in numerology, it is your trail, it is your mark, it is your success, it is your logo. So next time when you're putting your name on any paper you signing, just make sure it speaks success, it brings you power. So as per numerology now, when in literal meaning, you are putting your name on any document. That is the most important thing. Make sure you never put a dot or a full stop between your signature or between your initials. And you might question, why is it so? Every time you put a dot or a full stop between your name, it signifies a complete stop. No one would like to start all over in life again and again. So try to avoid putting a dot between your names. And the second rule being, always cross your T's. If your name starts with T, then make sure the first letter is always capital. And the first letter of your last name is always capital. But if the letter T comes within your name, make sure you cross the T. And if you have a J or I in your name, make sure you dot them. Most important, if you have the habit of putting a line under your signature, make sure you're not taking it backwards. It signifies living in the past, always moving back in life if you put a line underneath and take it backwards. If you want to put a line, just don't keep on going straight. You want the direction. So make sure your name is a little curved at 45-degree angles. This signifies growth going upward, going forward. If you see the names of most successful entrepreneurs, the last letter, the last stroke goes up. If you want to have a smooth sailing and achieve success faster, put the line underneath, and that goes with the same 45-degree angle upward stroke. And again, if you have a O or if you have a letter B, do not circle your signatures. As a habit, or you're trying to make it a little difficult so nobody imitates your signature, do not loop your signature. It's like the vicious cycle, you keep on going around. It doesn't pull you out easily. The next thing, make sure your name flows. Don't give too much spacing. When you have a spacing, it speaks about imbalance in professional life and personal life, and you would not like that. The life is perfect and balanced if you have a good balance in your personal and professional life. So every time you put your name and make your signature, make sure these are few things that you follow. But if you are born on 8th or any date that adds to 8, try to avoid putting your signature in black ink. Number 8 is for planet Saturn and the color is black. Every time you use that color, it pulls you back, it's delays. And number 8, yes, it brings success, but it requires tremendous perseverance and patience, and more than that, the hard work. And I believe success is not just hard work, it is smart work. And what we share on this platform every week is just a little bit of tips and insights on helping you how to work smart, how to have success in your life faster and have smooth sailing. I call numerology, it's a tool, a predictive science, something like your weather channel. Knowing what the weather is prepares you better. Of course, it is beyond human potential to control the weather. What happens in one's life is beyond one's control, but knowing what's going to happen gives you a better understanding and prepares you better. If you know it's going to rain and if you carry your umbrella, it's just going to protect you better. The same way, numerology is not going to change what has been already put together in your numbers, but knowing your numbers well, it just provides you better understanding what are the right tools you can utilize to have a smooth sailing in life. It's kind of a detour. Knowing that there is accident ahead, you would not take that route. All you do is just take some other route, or if you want to get somewhere early, you try to find out which is the fastest route. The same thing in life. If you know your numbers and if you know what is the success signature for you, I'm sure you won't mind using that rather than knowing that even though you aspire for success, your signature speaks something different. And the last important rule when you put your signature is make sure if you have a letter J, G, Y, they are complete. You don't write those letters going downwards. Cover them up. Take them all the way. Don't leave halfway. What happens, every letter is a vibratory number, and every number is a planetary influence upon your life. And the numbers, the date of birth you have with you is the core, is the secret to your success. And when you put your name, if that name is in alignment, then why not use that name completely that bestows upon you the success and its full potential. And these are the basic rules which I just shared with you. If you follow, it's going to help you achieve success in life. And going back to our entrepreneur for this week, as I shared the story of WhatsApp co-founders Brian Acton and Jan Koum, it wasn't easy for Jan Koum to bring it from the humble beginnings to WhatsApp. What kept him going, what I believe from his inspiring story, is his tremendous insight, his potential, and his inherent knack for computer programming. Failures bring to you your power if you are ready to seize that opportunity. That is what I call every time you fail forward. What did that failure bring to you? What did that struggle deliver to you? No matter how much difficult, how hard the message and experience was, it did bring to you something. As you see, the pearl is hidden in the deep waters inside the shell. The message for your success is always hidden inside their failure, that struggle, that neglect that you go in your life. But it takes courage, it takes bravery, it takes a brave heart to open that shell and look out for that pearl. If you throw away that shell, you might never be able to see the pearl. You might never be able to see the message, the purpose, the reason it was delivered to you. It is through those hardships that force you to find out the direction of your life. If you have some passion, if you had the desire to do something, but the family responsibilities forced you to push away your passion on the back burner, take it out and just ask yourself, what is that brings smile on your face? What is that you do makes you dance? What is that brings smile on your face? What is that makes you an artist? What is that makes you a singer? What is that every time you think about, you forget where you are, you forget what issues, what problems you're going in your life, you just feel yourself. Take those moments, few moments in your life and try to find out what is that drive, what makes the fire in your belly, what is that passion, what is that purpose you think you are carved for, you were sent here. What is the signature that you want to leave behind and how you going to do that? But let me tell you here, there is no such thing as perfection. Every time you do it, you get better. There is no other way around. By complaining, by giving excuses, there will always be. There will never be a perfect moment where it will be all to yourself and you will say, yes, I am ready to do it now. That now will never happen unless you realize that now that moment is right here, right this moment with you. Take a U-turn. No matter how important things there are for you in life, ask yourself, what is the signature that you want to leave behind? What is that you wish you did in your life? Instead of wishing, why not do it now? Every time you put your signature in, literally, think if it is in alignment, and everything you do in life is your signature. Is that what you want to leave behind? Is that your legacy? Is that creating a legend in you? Is that leaving the inspirational mark for others to follow? And everything you do every time, how is that serving others? If I name the top influencers, they have always used their skills, their capabilities for serving others. And in doing so, they were not chasing their own financial freedom. They were just chasing the vision, the dream on serving others. And in doing so, success was chasing them. They ended up being on the Fortune 500 list. Their wealth went from zero to billions, not that they wanted or they knew, But because they were chasing their dreams that was serving others. They were not chasing the dreams that was serving them. This inspiring story of What's Up is amazing. The reason is its creator. As I say, every entrepreneur is a dreamer. If you hold on to that dream, it's not going to serve its purpose if you let that dream fly. If you have the doubt whether will it fly or not, I would say when you are an entrepreneur, you are not a chaser. You are not a competitor. You are a creator. That's a completely different race. Nobody is behind you. Nobody is ahead of you, because every day you are setting up a new rule for yourself. As long as you are enjoying, as long as your success is that amazing entree that brings a smile on the lips of the toughest judges out there, even without tasting it, they could smell it because it's so amazing. Nobody has ever done it. If you are listening to me today on this show, this is all about your invincible passion. Bring your passion out. Don't worry whether it's going to fail or succeed. As long as this is the one which you always wanted to do, this is the one that makes you dance and enjoy, just do it. Add your sweetness, a little bit of your own personalized touch, innovative creativity into it. And you will be surprised how it will satisfy so many. Don't worry whether there is a demand for your product or not. If it is something serving others, doing good to others, you are creating a whole entire different race. Next week, I will be sharing the numbers for different kind of businesses, what each number talks about and which profession line of business it will thrive, and more so how to make your numbers in alignment with your date of birth. Till then, stay blessed. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please do leave your reviews and comments. Thanks for listening.